All right, there we go. Another live stream because Bitcoin is pumping. Bitcoin is pumping, so we need to go live right now. In just a few minutes' time, we are about to get the U.S. court ruling, Supreme Court ruling. So, I mean, here on X, it was posted that usually it might be a bit more bearish, but in my opinion, I don't think so. Looking at the price action now, just before this event, I do not think that it's gonna be that bearish at all. And this morning, I've opened up a long position over on 2bit, like I shared I was gonna do many times, and like you can see right over here, my trades, boom, open it up live, and boom, right now we are pumping a bit higher, so that's looking exceptionally well. That is looking very good for us. So yeah, I like what I see. The charts are shaping up pretty nicely. 2 minutes time, we are about to get the US ruling. Now, let me have a look. Is it live streamed anywhere? That I'm not sure of. Following, I'll quickly ask in the group. All right. Is the ruling live? Let's have a look. Let me know who is here. Let me know in the live chat. And it would be absolutely lovely to see some familiar faces in the live stream. Anyways, yeah, Bitcoin seeing a bit of a bump now to the upside, looking very good. I mean, honestly, what can I say? Yeah, maybe some news is about to break out right now live here today, but ultimately, what can I say? Haven't we been expecting something like this for a pretty long time in the recent past few weeks? I mean, what can I say, right? Yes, it's shaping up very nicely. It's looking very good and all, but haven't we been talking about this many times? So it's just so surprising to us. I'm not really sure, right? Maybe it's surprising in the fact that it happened now, but even that, right? Even that it's happening now. I mean, that as well. Like, we have been having a look into this chart, right? And historically speaking, this is the exact time period where it has always happened. So even the timing, it's also not really that special. I'm not sure. Like, it feels, this pump feels very normal to me. It feels very expected to me. The only thing I should have played better, for example, would have been to enter my trade earlier, even lower, right? Because I already knew it was going to happen. I should have just entered my trade even lower and just entered my trade prematurely. I mean, that also involved a higher amount of risk, right? But ultimately, I mean, at these points here, it didn't really matter if either we were going to retrace to the lows or we were going to go already to the upside. It didn't really matter. Like, at the one side, if we already go to the upside, I was already positioned well. If we were headed lower, I would have just added more. So maybe I should have already entered the trade prematurely, but also, again, entering trades prematurely, I'm not really sure if that was the right move during this sideways market. I think we did play it kind of well during this time here, in my opinion. And even right now, yeah, I think this was the right move, right? But that was maybe the only thing. Maybe I should have entered my trade already a bit sooner. Okay, the other thing is where I'm getting kind of worried about. It's gonna be the next move. I'm already thinking about the next move. Yeah, maybe this move to the upside now was to be expected, you know? A relief rally into the 50-week. We still need to pump a little bit higher, okay? I do think we will do that. That's just my personal opinion. That's just what I think about the market. But I'm more kind of worried about the next move. If we hit that 50 week, man, it's gonna be so hard. I think it's gonna be so hard, and it's 1 minute past 7. So let's have a look if any data comes out. Yeah, so no data has come out yet about the court ruling. We will be having a look into the court ruling. I'm gonna track it. Guys, also let me know in the live chat if any data will come out, so we can have a look into that live and as soon as possible. It can happen any moment now. I do think so. But yeah. So I wasn't really surprised by this move to the upside. Now I'm more going to be worried, in my opinion, about the next move if we hit the 50 weekly moving average, because I think that next move, it will be much and much harder than calculating this move to the upside. I mean, the next move, when we approach a 50 week, and when we probably will break above it slightly, wick above it, like we have also done right over here. I mean, just zoom in, right? It will be very hard. If we get this, right? A break above the 50 week with a candle close above, consolidation above, I mean, it will be very hard to decide whether indeed it's just a liquidity grab, whether it's just a fake out, or if we have indeed entered above the 50 week and if we're going to enter a super cycle. So I'm more worried about that move than the move now for Bitcoin, okay? Honestly, this is still going to be this next move for Bitcoin. Like, yeah, maybe this was nice and all, but I think this was the easiest part. I think this was the easiest part to kind of predict that move to the 50 week. But then that move at the 50 week, I think that's the most, that's the hardest. That will be the hardest part. Like, are you going to open up a short? Maybe you will say that you will open up a short, but will you actually pull the trigger? And when you might get some signals of invalidations of your short and that we might enter a super cycle, will you really stick to your game plan? I mean, during this next time, I think you will have a lot of doubt in both directions. We will have a lot of doubt for the super cycle guys to think, oh yeah, maybe it is indeed a rejection. And you will have a lot of doubt from the people that are calling for a bear market to say, maybe we are indeed entering a super cycle. This coming point, this is what will concern me the most, in my opinion. Okay, the test of that 50 weekly moving average. That will be the point where most people will be getting fooled. Most people will be getting shaken out. Most people will be proven wrong. Most people will be in the opposite camp, which will be wrong, right? The loudest camp during that time will probably be wrong. So that's probably what it will be. However, it will be very hard to be in a contrarian camp during that time when everybody, let's say, I'm not sure how it will exactly play out. We'll need to have a look into it day by day. But let's say if everybody is going to be super bullish and everybody is going to scream super cycle, everybody is going to say, oh yeah, we broke above the 50 week. It's stupid to be bearish now. If everybody will say that, it's going to be super, super freaking hard to be in the contrarian camp and actually still say, no, I'm going to short. And even say, no, I'm still bearish. It's going to be super freaking hard. Super, super, super. So that's the thing. I'm more worried about that next move. So, did any data come out already about the Supreme ruling? Let's have a look. Cannot see anything. It's weird. It should come out any moment now, right? Let me know if I'm wrong about that. Let me know if I'm wrong about that. What is Bitcoin doing in the short term? Okay, getting a bit of a bump again. Looking good. Looking good. No, but that is what I'm saying, right? Yeah, this move to the upside here in the short term, it might have been easy. It's it might have been expected for us, you know. But the test of the 50 week, I don't know. I mean, just think about it, right? Just imagine it for yourself. I think that will be the hardest part. This is where I'm just watching my notifications as well because the data, some news can come out any minute now. But that will be where the winners will be separated by the losers, right? This will be the most important decision point, probably for the entirety of this year. I mean, the entirety of this year, probably. Because will we get a rejection lead into a bear market head even lower? I mean, if you sold here and then if you shorted here, I mean, you're all good. You're all good and golden, right? But what if we break above and you enter back? I mean, then you need to get back aboard and then you need to get back in the game, right? So this will, like, at the test of the 50 week, this will be the most important decision point, probably of the year, of the whole entire year. I do think so. Like, so guys, the only thing I can say is prepare yourself already right now. And this is also what I've been saying before this breakout here. I've also been saying prepare yourself already right now, but also for this next test of the 50 week, you should already prepare yourself now. Okay? You should already set up your game plan now. You should already make a decision now. You should already know what to do now. You shouldn't wait until you're too late. You should know exactly, oh, I'm looking for this and this and this, and then I'm gonna sell. Or I'm looking for this and this and this, and then I might think, okay, we might be headed even higher. So you should set up your game plan already now for that move. Otherwise, you're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make it. You're not gonna make the right decision. On top of that, you will need to be involved in the market daily again. This is not in the time and the period where you can just sit back, relax, pay attention in towards the crypto market one time per week, 1 hour per week, and expect to set a swing trade and let your profits ride itself. No, this is not the time. This is not the time. You need to do active research daily. You need to be active. You need to be on point on what news is coming out, who is selling, who is buying, are the smart money buying, are the stupid retail money buying, who is bullish, who is bearish, what is the track record of this certain person. You need to be involved now. Otherwise, you will not make it. Okay? You need to do some active research every single day. You will not make it if you're just doing a few hours a week of research. No, you will not make it in this time and period. This is like the most crucial decision point. This upcoming decision point will be the decision factor whether you're probably gonna make it this year or not. For most people, and like if you're in a trending, very trending market, right? Like we have been in this whole entire bull market, it might have just been a little bit different. You could have just entered a trade anywhere, swing trade anywhere, longed it, and like on any dip, right? Longed it and just remain to stick into your long position. But now it's a little bit of a different time, right? If you're entering a bear market like over here, you do not want to buy every single dip. It's your strategy will not work anymore, right? Over here, your strategy will work. Now, over here, during that bear market, your strategy should have been to short every recovery. Now, if you did that during this time, you got absolutely wrecked. So you should know in what type of market you're currently trading in. are you trading in a bull or bear market, right? If you're trading in bear market now, you should be aware of that fact, and you should analyze the market daily to know whether we're indeed in this bear market or whether we're indeed in a super cycle. Now, yeah, a lot of people want me to give my opinion. And like I've been saying many times on my channel, yeah, we're seeing a relief rally now. Very nice. Was to be expected. But probably after that test of the 50-week, probably we're going to head lower. Probably we are. Probably we are. Now, probably as well, a lot of people will not agree. Probably a lot of people will hate on me again. Just like they hated on me when I called for tops here, okay? Everybody only got euphoric. Everybody only had a look in towards the bullish case. But nobody had a look into the warning signals, topping signals, all of the bearish signals right at the tops. Nobody. And just like nobody will have a look into all of the bearish signals at this relief rally again. Just like nobody had a look into all of the bullish signals at the bottoms again here. I mean, that's just how the market goes. That's just how the market works. And, yeah, I mean, I'm just going to be telling you what I'm going to be doing in the market myself. But probably that's usually a contrarian belief. And most people will hate on that. Most people will hate on that. But, lots of people saying it might be delayed, but no official source, only a rumor. Yeah, because it's quite... Oh, yeah, Supreme Court doesn't rule, indeed. I got the notifications by Financial Juice, so it might be true. Indeed, so no ruling again today. That's crazy. I mean, last time they also delayed. How many times do they want to delay? Doesn't rule on Trump tariffs today. Delayed again. That's crazy, I think. That's very crazy. Bitcoin instantly pumps. But where was I? Oh, yeah. I mean, relief rally now. Contrarian belief soon, probably. Just like this long was pretty much a contrarian belief for most people. I mean, the only way you can stay up to date about what I think next about the market is stay subscribed to my YouTube channel. Actually watch every single video. Because just going off the title and thumbnail, probably you're not going to make it. You need to watch the entire video. Sometimes in the end of the video, I'm also dropping some alpha bombs. You need to watch the live streams. You need to be inside of the Platinum group. And I mean, if you're consuming all of that alpha, then I'm sure you'll get the right information. I mean, of course, I cannot guarantee, but pumping hard now. So yeah, that's looking good. Nice little pump. Nice pump, 97K. No ruling. Yeah, no ruling. All right. 97K. I mean, welcome back to the good old days. Still remember all of the live streams we did in the past. Live trading live streams. I mean, 2 months ago, during the crashes, I went live. The breakdown continues 4 weeks ago. Here, 3 weeks ago, Bitcoin breakout. I was saying, oh yeah, the relief rally is gonna be coming up. Yep, but it did. Nice relief rally. No, but good old days were like 4 or 5 months ago. The Ethereum trades, altcoin trades. Yep, very nice. Very nice. But I'm sure that these times they will return. It's just a matter if you're sticking around. These times will 100% return. That I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty certain about. It always returns. It always returns. These times will always return. Some people are giving up. Some people are losing patience. Some people are getting bored. Some people are leaving the market. Some people are going to other businesses. Like, no, this is not the time to give up. Honestly, it's not. It's not. I mean, if you always leave during the bad times, but always join again during the good times, you will never make it because you will always be late. You should position yourself in the bad times so you can profit in the good times. Okay? If you position yourself in the good times, you will lose in the bad times. Here, the winners will be separated by the losers. And honestly, we are seeing a bit of a bump now, right? But I don't even think that this is it. Like, it's not. We're not seeing euphoria. We're not seeing FOMO. We're not seeing the big, flashy headlines. We're not seeing that at all. We did see it kind of in August, July, etc. But we're not at all seeing it now. So I do think that right now it's still considerably a bad time, arguably a bad time. So if you're positioned now into crypto, if you're at least watching, I think you're already doing better than 90%, like 99% of everybody that will ever be involved in crypto. If I'm being honest. So yeah, court ruling got delayed. Court ruling got delayed again, which is quite crazy. When will it come out? Now, I do think that this is more bullish. Like we can also see with the charts now, right? It might be a bit of a buy the rumors, sell the news event, no? But that I'm not sure of. Honest, if I'm being honest, like, is it really a sell the news event now? I mean, last week it got delayed. We also still pumped even further. We're even higher now. So yeah, I'm just gonna keep my trade open. Yeah, nice. Pumps hard after the Supreme Court. To be delayed until June. It's crazy. Until June? What? By the way, is that official? That's insane. Until June. Man, that is crazy. Until June would be crazy. I mean, Trump just does whatever he wants, right? Like, the only real reason why I would believe in a super cycle at this moment is just because of the insane buying Michael Saylor has still done during this bottom here. It's because of Trump being still mega bullish and stimulating the economy and markets left and right wherever he can. Like, of course, he's also extracting, but in the end of the day, it's a net positive, I think, for the markets. And so that's the second point. Third point would be that probably in May, a new Fed chair will be appointed, and probably he's going to cut the interest rates like insane. So these are like the three main points of why I would still believe like there could still be a super cycle coming. It could still happen. It may happen. I'm not saying it will, but by the way, if you're watching right now live, make sure to push up the like button. It would highly be appreciated. So yeah, thank you so much for that. And also, if you have any questions, do not be afraid to ask them in the live chat. Also, the live chat is not even open in the yeah, there we go. Now it's open. In the stream, it was not open. Nobody told me, but now it's open. So let's go. And Bitcoin is pumping higher. Okay. It's nice to see. I love it. I love it. I like to see it. Look at that. Amazing. Amazing to see. About 10% move. All right. All right, nice. Nice. Bit of a consolidation. Can we get the next move, please? Not down. Great. Honestly, what are the altcoins doing now? Some shit. Dash. Dash. Vera chain. It's pumping. Wow. Vera chain. Altcoins are pumping. Zcash. I still do like Monero a lot more. Monero has also been pumping a lot. But honestly, I do not own any Monero. I do like it, however, a lot. It will not break 97 and crush hard after that. What? It already broke 97. But yeah, some of the altcoins are seeing a nice pump. Or it already hit 97, I shall say. What's the Bitcoin dominance doing now? It's bumping a bit again now. Is 2-bit a safe exchange until next cycle? Yes, I do believe so. Especially like if you're trading. If you're trading, yes. But obviously always like for your major holds. Like I should not hold a long-term portfolio on any exchange, honestly. I do think that 2-bit is safe, but I mean they have proof of reserves, so but I do not hold any major holds on 2-bit. It's all stored safely, I shall say. No, but Bitcoin dominance. Uh, if we enter a bear market, right? I don't know. Maybe slow grind up. It would be ultimately very nice, and then QE, and then boom. Honestly, I would prefer that scenario the most. However, I would not be surprised to see something similar as this, right? Something like that. One last push, boom, something like that. I would not be surprised at all. Uh, but let's see. I still do think that soon enough, move to the downside is like will happen again. I mean, it's just logical, right? It makes sense because all of the money will always flow down to the risk curve, and ultimately, altcoins are the most risk-on assets, and if there's enough money flowing, it will ultimately land into the altcoin market. It will happen. I mean, it's not. It's like it's like almost a universal law. It's like a cycle. It always repeats. If money is overflowing from the bigger buckets, like for example now gold, silver, eventually that money will flow into the neutral assets, like for example stocks. Then we'll go down even lower to like Bitcoin. Then we'll go even lower, like high cap altcoins. Then well, every altcoin, right? That's just how it works. That's just how it works. Next cycle, I do think we will see it again. I really want to start shorting for the bear market. Yeah, even though I would really like to short, like in hindsight, I would really like to short something like this, right? Even though I would really love it, I mean, still, you've got to remind yourself the risk to reward is like, yeah, maybe in hindsight it was very nice, right? But the risk to reward is so much lower shorting, even if you short at the beginning of the bear market. But like longing in a bull market, the risk to reward is so much higher because not only is your risk way lower, because in the long term, Bitcoin will just go up anyway, your reward is also much higher because in the bear market, you can only go down so low, right? Maybe minus 50%. I mean, it's hard to hold your position all the way through, right? But maybe minus 50%. While the the risk you're taking is so high. And in a bull market, it's the exact opposite. I mean, Bitcoin can only go ever so low until it reverses back to the upside. It will go up to the upside anyway. So the risk is quite low, longing in a bull market, and the reward is like almost unlimited. I mean, we went 8x or 9x, right? This bull market. Yeah, 8x. 8x. 8.2x. Yeah, it was postponed until June, rumored. So until June, that's insane. That's insane. Um, yeah. So what do you recommend for cold storage with all of the issues that have happened recently? I'm not sure what exact issues. I mean, there's multiple issues. For example, for me, security issues are the biggest concern. And I mean, for this, I'm not gonna say I'm not gonna tell my own situation, but I would say like do your research, right? Even ask, for example, AI. Watch a few YouTube videos about how other people do. I can say for myself, my money is safe, but but uh, you should do some research for yourself. 100% invest some time, effort, and money into setting up a good system and way to protect your wealth in the right way in crypto. What's your main exchange you're using right now? It's 2-bit, Bybit, VX. Everyone talking about this pullback and then fall. Uh, what? And then fill or fall. Everyone talking about this pullback. I mean, which pullback do you mean? And then fall. I'm not sure what you. But one thing is for certain, yeah, the market will always do the opposite of the majority. That's true. Uh, BMNR, BM and R. I'm not sure. It's an altcoin, but I'm not sure about this individual altcoin anymore. Oh no, no, it's freaking Tomly Bitmine. Uh, yeah. Honestly, about this, I'm not sure, man. How much do they have they accumulated now? I think it's like 7% of the Ethereum supply, right? I think ultimately Ethereum is a very good investment for the long term, but man, I'm also not sure what would be their liquidation price. Uh, I'm not sure about Bitcoin. Honestly, I'm just not sure. I'm just not sure what will happen with Ethereum here at this moment. I just think Ethereum will follow Bitcoin, but what exactly will happen, I'm not sure. Honestly, I cannot tell. I cannot tell. Chart wise, honestly, chart wise, this is looking pretty good. Chart wise, this is looking very good. The fact that Bitcoin has bought so much Ethereum and is still holding on towards it and probably also will not get liquidated, it's also very bullish. But um, Bitcoin isn't looking so good. So let's say 3.9. I mean, could that happen? 3.9 and then that. I would love to see Ethereum, but I'm not sure if that will happen, right? But Ethereum still grabbing the previous bear market low. That would be like the ultimate opportunity. But again, I'm not sure if that will even happen. I do not think like it would be very hard to get an opportunity like that. Like, can we even go below the previous bear market lows? I'm not sure. It would be very optimistic to the downside, right? So pessimistic, but uh, it could happen. If it will, it would be a very big opportunity. I'm not sure if it will happen. Probably it will not. Okay, but if it will, it would be a very good opportunity. Because ultimately, think about it, Ethereum is just like an insane asset. Ethereum is just an insane asset. I mean, think about it. Like all of the major funds, all of the major, all of the big companies, all of the big people, they all say that tokenization is the future, that everything will be tokenized in the future. Where are people going to tokenize things on? It's obviously going to be on the Ethereum network. Ethereum is the biggest network. Okay, everything will be tokenized on the Ethereum network. Ethereum will be the most used network, chain, protocol in probably the next centuries. So, and Bitcoin is a safe haven, store of value, gold, right? Digital gold. But Ethereum is like the gas, like literally the gas. I mean, if you really truly think about it, Ethereum is more useful than Bitcoin in a sense, right? Kinda. So ultimately, Ethereum, I mean, you cannot hate on Ethereum at all. You cannot like all of the arguments I've heard in the last few years about Ethereum, not valid. Now transaction fees being at all-time lows as well. I mean, come on. Ethereum is. I mean, I love Bitcoin, but second to Bitcoin, Ethereum is the best crypto in existence. It's true. So, like, if we're gonna see Ethereum at extreme low prices, I'm just gonna accumulate it. I'm gonna take it as a gift. Now, what will happen with Bitmine? Then I'm not sure. Then I'm not sure. Honestly, I'm not sure. I think Tom Lee will either be a freaking genius or he will get liquidated. And if he will get liquidated, it would be very good for us. Honestly, I mean, if I mean, if somebody will get liquidated, all of the money from that person will be kind of distributed in towards the market. So all of that money will kind of go towards us, right? That's kind of how it works, like in a indirect way. So yeah, what's your next resistance level? Around 100k. It's more gonna be a zone. I'm currently up 46% too on my Bitcoin trade. Very nice. Yeah, swinging. That's nice. Have you seen? Yeah, I've seen it, man. I've seen it. What will happen with the XRP? I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Maybe like banking links, right? But I didn't do enough research on that. Also, I'll have like my most convincing bets are 100 like not bets but investments are Bitcoin and Ethereum, and the rest, I mean, it can do whatever, but I think Bitcoin and Ethereum will be the most used for like best assets, right? Investment wise in the next few centuries. Oh, we're dumping a bit, but anyways, Danovik, welcome to the stream as well. By the way, man, my man. What about meme coins? They'll they will be a great transfer of wealth if you know how to play meme coins. Well, you will make money. If you don't know how to play meme coins, well, you will lose money. Do you see some longs now? If we retrace, yes. If we retrace, let's say, back into this resistance here, yes. I do think so. But honestly, if you're asking me about this now, you should have joined the Platinum group, and then you already knew. You already knew. What about BitAnswer? I mean, I'll have a look into all of these individual altcoins later. I mean, I like the fundamentals of BitAnswer. I don't like the insane inflation, but I mean, it can be outrun by demand easily. But that will be a topic for next alt season, for next bull market. Not now, probably. Anyways, with that being said, I will close down the live stream for today. It was absolutely amazing. The ruling got delayed again until June now, which is insane in my personal opinion. Guys, make sure to like today's live streams if you did like it, and check out all of the links down below if you're interested in trading more over on 2bit, where I'm currently trading on. Can be grabbing some big deposit bonuses, some big bonuses, so it's definitely very valuable to check out. And also join the Platinum group, because that is definitely very valuable. And then we can chat over here live. We can, I'm sharing all of my updates about everything in absolute real time. So make sure to join with that first link down below. And yeah, man. Game plan playing out. Let's see how it will play out. Like I've said in the intro of this live stream, the hardest decision will not be that we are recovering now. The hardest decision will be at the point when we enter the 50 week, when we have to make our decision whether we should roll into a bear market or whether we might be entering a super cycle. Okay, that will be the hardest decision to make. So sleep well, rest well for now, while you still can, and so you can make the right decision when we approach this 50 weekly moving average, because you need to be rested to make the right proper decisions for yourself. Okay, You need to be rested well, and then you can think clearly. You can make the right decisions when we approach that level ultimately. Anyways, with that being said, guys, I'll see you in another video tomorrow morning. Bye bye.